Hi, I'm Andrew, I'm 33, I'm an economist in Canberra. My main hobby is probably travel. I really enjoy getting out, going to different countries when the opportunity arises. The other thing that I classify as a hobby, but others may beg to differ, is I do enjoy gambling and I do enjoy a visit to the casino, amongst other things. I know Canberra gets gets poo-pooed quite a bit, but I think there's quite a few things to Canberra that I really quite like. One of them is probably that it's a highly educated and progressive city to live in. It's very welcoming and supportive and inclusive. I'd probably say one interesting fact is I was in Egypt at the time Mubarak was overthrown, and I was on the front line, so to speak, and I was actually tear gassed 3 times. So that's probably an interesting fact. I think if I had the opportunity to travel anywhere in the world, I'd love to travel to Antarctica. It's just such a foreign and alien landscape, a whole different thing to anything I would have experienced previously. And I think penguins are also pretty cool. So I think it's got all those things going for it. If I could invite someone to dinner, I'd probably invite Fidel Castro. So despite being an avowed Leninist, I think if we're at dinner, I would rather rum and cigars over vodka and borscht. I mean, what an interesting man Castro is. Created a workers' paradise, survived over 600 assassination attempts, and stuck the boot into the American neo-colonialism. So I think I'd have to put down a dinner plate for Fidel. So I've actually previously played a live reality game that was in Perth on Backyard Survivor Season 3. I think because of that prior experience, I feel like it might be a bit of a handicap in case someone recognizes me and connects the dots. So for me, I feel like I'm going to treat this as a kind of semi-retirement experiment. When I arrive and see the people, I'll need to suss them out very quickly, and depending on the feeling I get from them, decide whether I'm just going to start being crazy and start playing the game literally 5 seconds in, throwing names out there and just trying to cause as much chaos or misinformation if I feel like I'm in danger straight away. I think my biggest strength would be my ability to communicate and build persuasive arguments, build political narratives and political messaging that could potentially convince people to do moves and make moves that otherwise wouldn't be in their interests. I will always be looking for idols and advantages, and that can also be just to see whether other people have found anything or they have obtained anything. For myself, if I see an opportunity and it makes sense in the situation to take that advantage or take that idol, and it doesn't expose me to more risk than the benefit gained, then I certainly will do it. I think the tendency will be to perceive me more as a villain. I think in life and day-to-day living, by all means be heroic and be a good person. But I think when presented with the opportunity that playing Survivor does, I think you should cash in that license to actually be mischievous, be villainous. If I win, the main reason would probably be I've stumbled on a political narrative and I've conned enough people to believe in that narrative. And there was probably also a good fortuitous serving of luck to go along with it. I think I'll be remembered for as an Italian, stirring the pot. So I think if the opportunity arises, I'll try and definitely stir the pot. If I had a political slogan coming into this game, it would be lead them into the trap and then turn the trap into maximum drillage.